Hello and welcome everybody to the Denver Music Gear podcast / Getting in Gear.
Yes.
A crossover event.
Yeah, the crossover event you guys didn't even know was coming.
The crossover event of the year.
Yeah, it's like when peanut butter ended up smashing into jelly for the first time.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Maybe.
And
I don't know if it's that exciting. We'll try.
And I'm Jacob.
I'm Dylan.
And we're here at Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado. We're very tired because it was a whirlwind of a weekend.
Yes.
We had the Denver Music Gear Expo on Saturday, which went better than...
I think it went as good as it possibly could have, which we honestly, we never get to say that about hardly anything. So I'm taking that very much as a win. Because I was like, I was trying to remind Ike of that too. It's like very rarely do we actually get to say and mean it that something went as good as it possibly could have gone. And I think it really, really turned out. We had much larger attendance than we kind of put as our minimum number. So that ended up really solid. All the vendors ended up very happy. Attendees seemed happy. Everybody's looking forward to next year. So
we gave away a couple guitars and a pedal and some cables, and everyone was stoked about that.
Yeah, no, it was really great, and we just obviously next year will be even bigger and better. So I mean, we're already looking forward to next year, which is pretty great. So cool. I didn't realize you had the second camera.
Oh yeah, we're trying some fancy stuff today. Because we're not going to play some gear on Getting in Gear today. We'll talk about some gear that we've gotten in, and we'll kind of do a recap of the weekend. Because not only did we do the Gear Expo on Saturday, we then kicked off our very first Flipside Music Blues Jam over at the Table Public House, which is right across the river from us over here.
Yes.
And it went well. It was a good time.
Yeah.
The blues folks came out. They played their blues songs.
That was also a crossover event.
They did their jams.
Since Steve was also at the Expo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. With Steve Crenshaw.
Correct.
And, he did a clinic on Saturday, which was great. His was finger style, because he does not use a pick.
Oh, at all?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
And his reasoning, which I think is pretty funny, is he dropped it one day.
Oh,
and it was way over there.
Yeah.
And he was like...
Nah. I was just good. Okay.
He said he was either too fat or too lazy to go pick it up, and that was that.
Well, I mean, if you're going to develop a skill due to lack of effort and aim the effort into actually getting better at the thing, I guess that works. It all works out.
Yeah.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah. And so, I'm
sure we've all done that, but maybe not permanently. But
yes. And
it's like I could get that, but it's all the way over there.
And then the jam, so then the jam went well. That was over at the Table Public House. I had not been there before.
Yeah, I haven't either, which, I need to go, because I guess this is now going to be a weekly thing every Sunday. Obviously, it'll be different participants every week, but Steve is going to be hosting it, so that'll be kind of the consistent thread for anybody that does want to attend. And
the Blues Jam is from 2 to 5 over there at the Table Public House, which if you've been to the shop, again, it is right across the river. If there wasn't a big tree in the way, you could definitely see it. Yeah, I mean, shit, you could even buy a guitar here or strings or whatever and run over there and participate if you wanted to. So. Yep. But that place is really cool. It's nice and big. They have food. The food was really good. I had a patty melt.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It was delicious. And fries. And I had some of their coffee. It was a local roaster. I wish I could remember who it was, but they were delicious.
Oh, good. I was going to say,
really
you are discerning with coffee, so.
Oh, yeah. Big fan. And then if it's a very family-friendly place, they have a little, kid area that's kind of cordoned off so you can feel good about...
Just throw the kid in the cage.
As one of our other employees, Jake, was telling us, he's like, I've seen people roll in there, drop their kids over on the side, and
never
then
turn around
not
again.
acknowledge them until 2-3 hours later when they're ready to leave. So.
Yeah, I could see that. Apparently, it's funny because Odyssey, where we ended up going the other day, apparently they have a no kid policy. So they just get rid of the whole thing.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah.
It's very kid friendly, and I'm not sure if that was a food truck there or if that's where they do the cooking for the restaurant. But it smelled good. Everything was great.
Oh, I wondered. I always, every once in a while, some burning meats the smell of burning meats will waft over.
That's probably where it's
yeah. I was trying to figure that out because I knew it was close, but I didn't always know where it was coming from.
And I didn't know this either, but I guess they like have a garden and they grow and serve food to the homeless.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
When they can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of their mission.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So it's like table house, but also kind of public house.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
The table public house.
Yes. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, which is really cool. Taking care of our neighbors, and they're our neighbors, so it's good to support the local spots, and always a good thing to know that there's good food in the area.
Yeah, because honestly, our area is it's obviously going through some changes, and things are moving in and moving out, so it's always good to know that stuff whenever we can.
Yeah, and we're kind of over here in a little more industrial part of town, and the restaurants are a little more.
Yeah, a little further,
few and further between until you get across the highway.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. But so we're all exhausted.
Yeah.
I was gonna set us up with some playing, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
And honestly, it's funny you said that because I was a little worried about the noise has been, which I'm sure for you doing the jam on top of that, but even just working here, it was one of those things going from Saturday right into Sunday into today. My ears are definitely a little fatigued.
Yes, I'm glad I had my earplugs yesterday for sure.
Yeah. Well, and at the show, I don't know, I almost lost my voice by the end of Saturday. Not quite, but I got close.
Because, it was like our own little mini name.
It really was, yeah. A lot of fun, though. That part was, especially having, some of the amp builders there. We had Denver Amp Works there. We had Aaron McClawstone from McClawstone Amp, sorry. His last name is McCloskey. Just couldn't rename him. He's just Aaron McClawstone now. And then we also had the guys from Prior Cabinets come out. And those were the see-through amp that was at Denver Amp Works. That was a really cool one. I don't know if you got to check that out. But yeah, he basically had a full amp built into see-through plexiglass, real thick.
Oh, cool.
So you could actually see all the innards.
Oh, nice.
So it was really cool. That was a really cool. And honestly, I think he put that kind of out towards the middle, and I think that was so it was kind of an eye catcher. You would have liked it. Actually, it had LEDs and everything. And
I think I saw it, but I was moving so fast.
Yeah, no,
between things that.
Yeah, and I'll be 100%
I
honest.
missed a lot.
I was just gonna say, to be 100% honest, I don't think any of us really any of us who work for the shop. I don't think any of us got to really full on experience the show. We got to experience different parts of it, but I mean, now we kind of know what we're getting into. So I think next year I'll be better.
Yeah,
in that regard.
Speaking of Prior, it took all the way to they were packing up the stuff, and I was like, tell me about those little tiny cabs.
Yeah.
They have these 4 by 4 inch cabinets. So 4-inch speakers, and there's four
of them.
And it looks like a little mini stack. And I was like, oh, I have to have one of those. He said they're 200 watt handling.
Wow, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty stoked to get my hands on one of those.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
And then
I wonder if Pete has do they have extension cabs on the back of the buds?
Yeah, you can use an extension. That's what I was kind of thinking.
I was going to say do a Hendrickson Prior crossover there.
Because then Henriksen was there. Pete was there. He helped us put on the show, which was really nice. We really appreciate all of his help because he's done the Archtop Festival for many years.
Yeah, he was kind of our trade show guru, or at least trying to get all the logistics worked out, or at least, kind of telling Ike what to expect at each point of the process. So.
And there may not have been a Prior Henriksen collab yet, but there was a Humphreys Henriksen
okay.
collab,
okay.
and they were both there. Humphreys amps were there.
Oh, were those those more
they look real
retro
fancy.
kind of? Yeah. Those looked really cool. That dude's woodwork was just if you've ever done any of that stuff, it was really impressive to see Prior and to see his stuff. The Prior stuff is like you said, they've kind of improved their dovetails to a point that it was they're pretty perfect.
And they're beautiful because they don't look like a normal dovetail. It looks like a key, like a keyhole. Yeah,
no, and they're very, they're literally heirloom type pieces now. And then, I would say the chassis, the shells that he had the chassis in for those amps, those were pretty incredible, and each one was pretty unique. So I didn't get to I wanted to play one of those. I didn't get to because Rory was saying.
I guess they didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they were like showpieces.
Okay, because I was gonna say Rory was saying that he wanted to hear one. I didn't realize that about that part of it, but
somebody had told me that. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
but there was one Humphreys Henriksen out.
Okay,
so a functioning.
Yeah.
And for years I've seen those on Pete's Instagram and stuff. The Henriksen amps, the Humphreys, and I've if I had the money, that's the one I would get.
Yeah,
because it's just that raw wood.
Yeah.
Stain.
Yeah, it gives it a little
amazing.
bit different vibe. Yeah, yeah.
And then similar thing with the prior cabs. They stuck with the raw wood, but different stains, different colors.
Yeah, they just do different colors, and then
because they got to show off that dovetail.
Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say I'm kind of glad that a lot of things are making the move. It's harder to once they start getting chipped, that's whatever. That happens. But I am a big fan because they're using really nice. 13 ply Baltic birch plywood, so the same quality stuff.
3/4 inch.
Yeah, the same quality stuff that Mesa Boogie and a lot of the top manufacturers have made cabinets out of, and they look good, they sound good. Like I said, full on heirloom type.
They are
pieces.
heavy.
Yeah,
but that comes with the heavy tone that you also get with it.
Well, yeah, because they have a very I don't know, an unflinching kind of sound to them. You dig in with it, and I don't know if you've played certain cabinets that are kind of flimsy. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, where you'll hit it and you're a little worried about the cabinet and the speakers and the whole thing. Theirs always sound very solid and focused.
Very solid.
Yeah,
I bet a Rev G120 on top of that would knock you,
just absolutely crushing.
Literally might knock you on your butt.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, because their cabs are very,
oh my goodness.
Especially with the way they seal those. Yeah, it would be an absolute beam. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd actually like to hear that.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I was I would really like to hear that.
Because that amp, when they demoed it a couple years ago, I was standing in the back of this room.
Yeah.
And he'd hit the thing, and I was like, dang, I was getting kicked in the chest by a horse.
I was just going to say it has that kind of mule kick low end to it, just that.
So I bet it'd be like a bull or something through a prior cab.
Yeah, because they're so focused, and especially on the low end, that part of it is just, it's one of those things when you chug through one of those prior cabinets, it's it's a more satisfying, heartier chug than you get out of regular cabinets, or at least cabinets that are not built to that spec. Because a lot of companies now are moving to half inch, which is fine. I know I feel weight is almost the overarching obsession of the industry right now, which I get. But it's one of those things when you actually do play through a really well made, it's heavy, but like you said, it comes with some qualities because of that. And when you actually hear that stuff, it's shit, yeah, it makes it worth it. But.
Yeah. And if you're not familiar with Prior, they are local to us here in Colorado.
Yeah, I think they're down in the Springs.
Colorado Springs. And I've had the fortune of hearing those cabs in person because Tommy from Filament Amp Works exclusively uses Prior for his heads and his cabinets.
Yeah.
And so his band Oryx has played the Crypt.
Yes.
And they pummeled us all. It was amazing.
Yeah, and then Rob and Astronaut, they also have a full array of the Prior cabinets.
The Astronaut dudes, yeah.
Yeah, so I've heard those for, I think it's been about 3 years where they've consistently had those out on the road with them. And they love them. Rob always, and Rob's pretty discerning and pretty picky about gear. All of us really, get into the minutia of that stuff, but he is pretty picky. So for him to stick with those, I think does actually say a lot about their stuff. Because, again, it's just one of those things. There's a lot of people you can get stuff from, but being able to get locally made stuff that's really high quality is really awesome. So. Definitely glad to have those guys come to the show.
And you may not see Oryx or Astronaut possibly roll through your town, but you might see Acid Bath.
Yes, yeah, they're getting ready to work on some cabinets for them. So. And
so you might, if you go see Acid Bath on this upcoming tour, you'll hear some Prior cabs, which will be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, who else? Who else was there that made a splash?
Well, I was gonna say PRS seemed to be pretty popular in terms of they brought out some of the newer models and like some of the like that Army Green, which I don't think we have it listed yet. It should be coming up on the website here soon. But we had a couple of the PRS S2s, and then Ike ended up grabbing a couple of those. And and
Do you
one
know
of them,
which ones? Like,
I don't remember right off. I think one is the it's basically like the humbucker with the narrow field in the neck. So narrow field neck, humbucker in the bridge. And that one's in like an army green. I think I forgot what they called it. It was kind of a funny name for the color, but it's basically like Soviet green or army green, basically this color. And that one was awesome. Like, it's kind of interesting. I think that's the studio, because that one had didn't have a high finish or anything. So yeah, it was the studio.
yes, the studio.
Yeah.
I was like, which one has?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to remember. I was like,
and then I forgot about that.
My
one.
brain was kind of trying to work on it in the background, but yeah, it was the studio, and that one was awesome. Like, very cool, very different for PRS. Like, I kind of liked it because it was a little more rugged. So like that was pretty cool. And then one of our regular customers, Tiffany, she ended up buying like
a Clio.
A Clio. Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. I thought it was that other one, but
okay.
I saw the picture.
Yeah,
of it.
we were trying to figure out what it, because I saw it from like a distance, but I didn't get to like really check it out. But it had like the little dragon inlays, not the full dragon. But
and it was like a
really
lime
cool.
green burst thing.
Yeah.
It was amazing looking.
Yeah, it was really cool, and it had satin finish, which was really cool, because like normally I feel like a lot of the USA PRSs I've seen are normally glossy. So this one with the matte finish was really pretty.
And I can't think of his name, but Through the Fire and Flames.
Herman Lee?
Herman Lee.
Yeah.
It's his signature.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And who else? We had the Texas Toast guys there.
We did, yeah. Chris and Matt came out. Yeah, they had a good showing, and they were over by Pete's booth, which I got to say, it looked like Pete and the Texas Toast area looked crowded all day. So
yeah,
I think they had a good turnout.
Yeah, so it's always good to see our friends over there at Texas Toast, and then we also had the Boss People folks.
Yes, they put on a really good booth. I
kind of want to get it.
the big sign. Yeah, if you want to. I was gonna say they really did put on a really cool booth. They went kind of all out for this one, for at least considering it was our first show like this. So yeah, we were super appreciative that Boss turned out the way they did for it. We got a deluxe new sign out of it. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I was really.
How's that break it?
Yeah, no, I was impressed by what they ended up sending out, and then the two reps, they're awesome. So like they were really easy to work with. Unfortunately, the dude didn't show up. I guess eventually, I don't know if Ike ended up finishing up that story, but the guy that was supposed to pick up their massive
their booth,
their massive booth and everything all in one, didn't end up showing up, and so that turned into a whole ordeal. But they got it resolved, luckily.
That's good.
Yeah.
I hope they all had fun at Casa Bonita.
Yeah. I think hopefully, I was going to say, hopefully we didn't get their expectations too high, because I don't know what it's like now. I haven't been since the reopening.
I mean, the South Park episode does a pretty good job of
it does, and that
building expectations.
And I was going to say, like, because to me, when I was a kid, like I said, I remember going once as a young teen, maybe early. Maybe I was like 12. I can't remember exactly the age. But yeah, I just remember it was a lot grungier than it probably is now. But yeah, no, that was really great for them to come out. We also had a few local builders. We had High Desert Guitars out there. He came out and represented his guitars. He's another local maker that's been getting into that stuff. A lot of cool like super strats with really like multi-wood and necks and stuff in terms of like multi-layers and very cool stuff, like interesting, very handmade stuff, which was pretty cool too, because like, I don't know, I'm always a fan of whenever you can kind of check out stuff that's literally been handcrafted from start to finish. But yeah, no, it was really cool to have that stuff. And then
UV effects. Are they also local?
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get to actually talk to them, unfortunately.
I wanted to check them out, and I just...
Yeah, no, it was...
I got all my steps in on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say, and that was one of those things of, like, you trying your best to be 2 places at once was like, it was just a lot. So, but even then, like even us working the booth, like we only got away a handful of times, and that was usually just to grab water. So,
and then we had a big table where we had Fairfield Circuitry, J Rocket represented, Walrus Audio, and Von Gone.
Yes,
which was awesome to have all those boards there.
Yeah, and I'd say the Von Gone, interestingly enough, that was like the one that I feel like people had the most interest in, playing like their new synth and
the polyphrase.
Yeah, the polyphrase is pretty
stupidly good.
Yeah, it really is. It's one of the most interesting, especially one of the most interesting delays since we've had the the LVX, because obviously the LVX has kind of been the overarching one for us for a while, but that one really did make an impact. So.
With the left-right time sliders, there's an implementation of delay that has not been done before, at least in that configuration, and it's so awesome.
Yeah, no, it really is cool. It's got to be experienced to really get it, especially in stereo, and having that kind of dual sound is really, really cool.
Well, hey, let's check the chat, because we got a few people in here.
Yeah.
Got Darrell.
Yeah. Hey, Darrell.
Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate you being there. Congratulations on the new GNL guitar. That's pretty awesome to get one of those.
Yeah, and sorry James messed up your discount.
Well, we'll take care of you next time, of course.
Oh yeah, Grace Design was there. Sorry, yeah, that was another local.
But yeah, hey, thanks RJB. But he said, really good job, guys. That's really nice. We really appreciate that, because we were not worried, but we were hopeful that it would turn out as good as it did.
Yeah, and again, and I mean,
and so that worry of, will it be that way?
I think any situation you're going into for the first time, especially when it's an event like that with a lot of different people, a lot of different vendors, like your head's always just thinking of things that could go wrong, and like knock on wood, we didn't have.
There's a guitar next to you.
Yeah, there we go. Bless me, St. Paul. But no, I was gonna say again, like I said, kind of at the beginning, it went as well as it could have possibly gone, and we never get to say that. So, like I said, I'm very content with how that ended up going, and I think Ike is too. Like, especially seeing Ike today, like having he was very stressed out, obviously, going into it because he wanted it to be good, and had it was our first time with this show, so it was definitely weighing on him. So it was kind of nice to see that
relief.
Yeah, that monkey finally jumped off his back. So
yeah, it was great. And then we also had Grace Designs there out of Lyons, which was awesome. They make some of the best DIs and
acoustic preamps and
converters. They make some incredible stuff, and it's really awesome that they're in our backyard.
Yeah, like stupid good quality. Like honestly, I wasn't like when we got their stuff, I didn't, most of it sold so quick. Like I never got to really hear it until I think maybe our third round with ordering with them, and I finally got to hear it. And hearing it versus like what is usually considered the industry standard stuff, it was actually like night and day difference. And I was not even like the customer who ended up buying it was even like, he's like, damn, like it was one of those things where like he really wanted it to not be as good as it was. Like he was like desperate for it to not be that good. And it was just one of those things of like once we both heard it, and even me, because I was just sitting there, and I think that might have been what got him, was like I'm just passively kind of listening, and I was like, damn, that was a big difference. So yeah, they make some really good stuff.
Oh yeah. And then I don't know if we'll be carrying UV effects and pest control, but we probably should.
Yeah, no, I mean now, yeah, I think a lot of those, obviously the intention behind this event was, the community part of it, but it was also interfacing with some of these other companies and builders. So I think that was also part of it. It was like Ike wanted to meet some of these other local, companies, or not even the non-local ones too, obviously as well. Yeah.
So again, I really wish I got to try the UV stuff.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll have UV effects in for a gig sometime.
Or that'd be really great. Yeah. Or even we've talked about kind of having our own more pedal centric event at the shop sometime. So we'll see in the future if we could work something out like that.
Yeah, that'd be great to have them walk us through
That would actually
their
be really good.
philosophies
That's a
and
great idea.
where they came from and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and actually firsthand experience with their pedals with them going through it, like that would be really nice. So,
That'd be awesome.
yeah.
And yes, it's about $30 per plate at Casa Bonita, but that is also your ticket for the show. That's your ticket for admission.
Yeah, your ticket for the whole experience.
You get Black Bart's Cave. You get
the
Cliff Divers.
Yeah.
I think there's a gorilla still.
Yep. Depending on the time, there's a mariachi band.
Yep. You get the whole shebang. And I'm pretty sure the sopapillas are still like just include you just.
Oh yeah, the endless with the flag.
Sopapilla.
Raise the sopapilla flag, which is oddly satisfying.
Sopapilla.
Yeah, it's oddly satisfying to raise that flag and get a sopapilla.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, there is a documentary by a group called South Park.
Yes.
They made on Casa Bonita.
Particular episode, which is very famous about Casa Bonita. Yeah.
And actually, there is a documentary on YouTube about the original owners of
Oh,
Casa
is there?
Bonita.
Okay.
And it's actually quite fascinating because there actually is a Disney connection. People say, "Oh, it's the Disneyland of Mexican
restaurants."
food.
Yeah.
But there actually is a Disney connection.
Oh, okay.
Like there was some Disney money.
You're like one of the
put
dudes
up,
that built the
or-
puppets ended up.
No, I think yeah, there was like a.
The guy that built It's a Little World or whatever ended up, taking all that money and investing in Casa Bonita.
Yeah.
He wanted his own little piece of the world right here in Denver.
It's a small world, but he was like, we can make the Spanish part of the world bigger.
Yeah.
With cliff divers.
Yeah,
and
he's like, maybe we
monkeys.
don't do the whole world. We just do, just the Spanish-speaking portion.
So, derailment side note, I got stuck on It's a Small World once.
Oh, did you really?
It just stopped, like the ride just stopped. But the music kept playing and playing.
That's a little
and
haunting.
playing.
Yeah.
It was like, I gotta get off of this.
Yeah.
And I think it was in like a part where they weren't singing in English.
Oh, it's funny.
Which was rough.
How long? Because I was gonna say I had a similar experience, but it wasn't like the ride didn't break down. It was like I think it was the only time we ever ended up going, but we were going through part of it, and somebody else got like stuck up ahead of us, and so they ended up like stopping the whole thing. But it was a similar thing where that it was just on loop, and then like all the puppets would do their thing, and then they'd like, and then they'd start up and do it all over again. It's like if you caught the in between, it was pretty weird.
The like reset.
Exactly. That's when like when it would start back over, it was pretty weird.
Yeah, that was an experience. I rode Space Mountain with the lights on. That was wild.
Wow, that's weird. Yeah.
It's much scarier because all the like trussing that holds everything up is like you can see it all, and it's all very close. It's
So it just it makes it.
it's like terrifying.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wow.
And in the dark, you can't see any of that stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you would never know. Yeah, like ignorance is bliss in that situation.
Yep. And yes, Darrell must be from Denver, the Denver Goldenish area, because if you grew up in that part of town, you definitely know somebody that worked at Casa Bonita. My best friend in high school did the puppet show there.
Oh, okay, that's funny. Yeah.
Yes, it's like a rite of passage if you lived in that area.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like
That's pretty funny, yeah.
all the cliff divers are all the like high divers from Lakewood High School and Golden High School. And,
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
They got their own like grooming program for cliff divers.
Yeah, and you may as well if you're trying to get into college or something.
Exactly,
diving,
yeah,
you
yeah.
go there and you get a little.
Well, now it probably has a little more cred than it did, a few years back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now that it's owned by the South Park dudes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then we had Nuex there. They put on a great clinic as well. I learned a lot about their battery-powered board that you can load NAM profiles into, and
Oh, okay.
it's pretty rad. It's
That's pretty cool.
$400. It sounds really good. You can load whatever you want in there, and it's battery powered.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah.
And there's an app. You can like
Oh,
change
so
all
you
the
can
things
do all
on
that
the
stuff
phone.
via the app. Okay, well.
There were like multiple routing options, so you could do like discrete chains.
So you could
mix
break apart.
things,
Okay.
You could like it.
So it's almost semi-modular in a way.
It was pretty cool.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
I gotta say that I'm not usually that impressed by all this new fancy. We got a nap and we got a this and we got a that. But the way it was implemented, was like,
actually
this is
was
really
appealing.
cool.
Huh.
Yeah, because you can move mics around and you can, like I said, the distinct chains plus do like wet, dry, wet if you wanted, and like, oh man, it was.
Well, Nuix definitely does seem to be trying to offer as much as they possibly can at that price point. It's not like
$400.
Well, that's what I mean, because like a lot of their stuff is, it ranges from what would be considered very, very entry level, all the way to like more gig ready stuff. But what's interesting is like at any price point, I do feel like a lot of their stuff does punch above its price tag.
Oh yeah.
Because like a lot of those budget companies, I feel like a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't even hardly deliver up to the price point that they're at. A lot of times, Nuix is probably one of the main exceptions to that. Of like, you usually are getting a lot more product for the money than some of those other companies out there. So like, they're really solid at that.
Yeah, it was really awesome to see. And yes, to hog back Hank, I think we will be spacing out our giveaways like on the hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
Next year, and then a shred competition. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I was trying to think of like we needed something like just a little bit different that would be kind of engaging in that way, like some kind of audience or partial audience participation type thing. So like something like that could be a pretty fun one.
Because I know like maybe like a build-a-board competition or something. Like you get 5 pedals to go on a board, and the audience picks their favorite one.
Yeah,
or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting. We'll have to think of it. Yes,
we'll put it in the
kind of stir some ideas around. Yeah, because I was gonna say I know like the Texas Toast guys used to do basically where they you try to trip up Matt. Of like the dudes on stage would have to play a riff, so everybody in the audience would write down like the song they wanted them to play. The dudes would have to play it, and if they got stumped, then you got a prize, or if you stumped Matt.
So if I was like, you'd be like,
beat it, yeah,
and then I'd lose.
Yes.
Dang it.
But if you
here's your pack of strings for participating.
Let's say you said beat it, and then that sounds weird. Let's say you said beat it, but then the guy was playing because I think it was like 4 guitar players they would have do that. And like they would then play, if they could play it, they would play it. If they couldn't, though, you got a prize. Or if Matt didn't recognize it, you got a prize. That was how. Right. Yeah, that was how that was. So something in that vein of things could be a kind of a fun thing. But we'll see. I do agree about the giveaway thing, though. Like I think what we'll do next year, I believe, is kind of maybe keep the bigger ones maybe closer to the end of the day, but maybe do those a little bit staggered, and then we'll do some of the smaller drawings kind of all throughout the day. Maybe we'll even do a spinny wheel. I know Ike's always wanted a spinny wheel. So,
well, I think that was discussed to give away the like smaller things like the cables and strings.
Yeah, and that's something we could kind of even keep going throughout the day or something along those lines.
Totally, and maybe.
Or maybe when you buy a raffle ticket, you get a spin or something.
And the raffle goes to charity.
Yeah.
That would be.
I think that'd be fun.
That'd be great. Yeah. The spinny bit that money goes straight to charity.
Yeah, and then you get a raffle ticket for the bigger prizes later. Yeah, that'd be a good way to do it.
Yeah, and maybe we'll give away.
It's just Ike with his arm, just like.
And it's like always like almost the guitar, and then it's like tick,
or like or he'll go like to a really cool one, and then he back ticks like one, just tick.
It's like not again.
Just depends on how much Ike likes you, is what prize you get. But yeah, no, we'll definitely try to change that up a little bit. Again, though, our first show, so really good to learn some of this stuff, and now we kind of know. Now I think, too, we'll see, we might end up we were trying to operate the store and the show at the same time. I think next year we're maybe reconsidering that a little bit because it definitely seemed like if we could have all of us there, it would have worked out a little bit smoother to kind of rotate everybody out. So again, so that we could experience the show. Because honestly, too, like I want all of us to be able to meet, you know, a lot of these guys that are making the stuff because that's also a big part of this. Is like it's not the focus was not selling stuff. The focus was community building. Yeah, getting to know some of these brands, getting to know these builders. That was the focus. It wasn't just like a swap meet. It wasn't, you know, a retail flea market kind of thing. So, so yeah, I think next year, now we have a much better idea of kind of what to do. So.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll use this as a segue point, but maybe next year we'll have companies like Brown. So this is the getting in gear portion of the slash episode.
Yeah.
So we have brought on a bunch of new brands, which is really awesome, and it got kind of lost in the shuffle of the expo.
Yeah, we had a lot of build-up going into that, so we were not able to necessarily get these guys out or at least draw attention to the fact that they've arrived.
Because we're trying to focus everything on that with like UVFX and Henriksen and Humphreys and Denver Ampworks and whatnot. But it's very exciting. We now have Brown amplification in the shop, which is really awesome. This is a great pedal, this Protein.
It really is, yeah. If you guys caught the video James and Jacob did recently, really, really good sound. Like, that was an exceptional sound. Like, even I think everybody, honestly, even going back and forth in the hallway was like, what is that? Which doesn't happen here too often. So, like, that was a really good one. And they're a great company. I think it's only, again, like 2 or 3 people operating it. They do amps and pedals, and just... Again, kind of like Jacob and I have talked about in the past, whenever you're buying stuff like this, you're buying their experience and their taste. You're not just buying like a copy of something. You're buying much more than that. So, and you can hear it with this because like this is definitely very tweaked. Essentially, it's based on an ODR and a blues driver or blues breaker kind of circuit paired together, and just the tweaks that he's made. Yeah, super usable. And
it's Dave Brown.
Dave Brown, that's right. Yes.
Out of Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully
it doesn't say that. It just says Kansas City, USA.
Oh well, they So they may be on the Missouri side or the Kansas side.
They're probably in Missouri.
Yeah. But hopefully we can get them out because they're not too far away. That's like what, 11 hours?
Yeah, straight down I-70.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get them out next year. I know you would. I would really like to get Old Blood out next year if we can.
Oh, for sure. Maris.
Yeah, and Maris and Earthquaker.
And Earthquaker.
Yeah, they had some dropouts, unfortunately. Very understandable ones. So
yeah, some life events happened for both companies, and they had to back out at the last minute, which was unfortunate. But we've got the Autobit.
Yeah,
that just came out from the Maris, and that
you'll hear more of tonight.
Incredible. We've got those. And there's something fun and exciting coming from Earthquaker tomorrow.
Yes, new launch day from Earthquaker tomorrow.
A new old thing.
Yeah,
half of a new old thing.
Half of a new old thing.
All right, that's all.
Yeah. Yes.
But we're happy to have Brown amplification on the team here, and we've also got Warm. Oh my God, we've got Warm Audio out of Austin.
I don't remember if it's Austin. They are out of Texas, but yeah, I don't recall if it's Austin or not.
And they were founded by Bryce Young in 2011, and both Bryce and Dave from Brown Amplification, they both, reading their About page, they both started their companies with kind of the same ethos of bringing
previously very unaffordable items.
With high quality components, but brought down to the working musician's budget.
Yeah, because like they're another company that I would say is like delivering products that are above the price point.
Way above.
Because it's like it's one of those things where like sometimes you do play some of their stuff and it's like I don't want to say it's like confusing or anything, but you are kind of like, how did they deliver this much for that price? Especially compared to like the alternative, because like to be honest, like some of us, it's not even just a budget thing. Like you may not need to buy, a $2,200 microphone because you're not gonna, you may not need to buy
$9,000.
Yeah, for a used Klon. Like you may not be somebody that needs to do that because you're not going to use it that much. Like, even just straight budget stuff aside.
Or you're going to take it to the blues jam on Sunday,
Yeah.
and you don't want to put your $9,000 pedal on the board.
Yeah, so I mean, there's an infinite number of reasons that you could be interested in that stuff, but they do seem to deliver some really good stuff. And I would say at least the consensus, obviously, everybody has their opinions on gear, but it does seem like overall the consensus with Warm is that what they're offering for the price point is just almost too hard to argue with. Like,
and then they're offering upgrades to things. So like a blues breaker is notorious for being not loud enough.
Yeah.
This solves that problem.
Yeah.
And you get two.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it obviously depends on what it is. Not every single product's going to be a slam dunk, but most of the time, what they're offering for the price is really. Oh yeah, you said yeah.
But like this microphone that they are emulating or have cloned.
Yeah, recreating
is a $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000 microphone.
Right. Again, which is just not even remotely reasonable for the average musician. So.
No, unless you own a studio and it's a working, functioning studio, you can't afford that.
No,
I mean the average person can't.
Well, unless
you're well heeled because your parents own Texaco.
Yeah.
Or
they bought stock in Apple back in like 1981 or something. But yeah.
But this makes these things much more accessible to the average person, which is super awesome because they do sound really, really good.
Yeah.
And then,
if you can get 50% of what it is you're trying to get for less than 1% of the cost, like that's kind of what I mean in terms of the money to product ratio.
And then the other cool thing about Warm is they take products that are no longer made.
Yeah.
And that had not necessarily problems, but like
inherent kind of issues
to interface with our current
systems. Sure, yeah.
So like this microphone right here is based on an Electro Voice 664. I own this microphone.
This one or the Electro Voice?
The Electro Voice one. It's a bit delicate.
Mm-hmm.
It has a 1/4-inch cable coming off of it that is very long and like old and rubbery and like that like dried out rubber.
Oh, and is it hardwired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
It does come. You can unscrew it.
Okay.
And there are companies who make adapters.
Yeah.
But for $120 ish,
yeah,
I could just replace it.
Yeah.
150, somewhere in there.
And have a normal XLR cable
and it has the same look. I'm sure it sounds the same.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about ruining my vintage piece of equipment because I wanted to take it on. I wanted to take it to shows.
Oh, gotcha.
It looks cool as.
Yeah.
Like this isn't an SM58. No one has one of these.
Right.
But it sounds great and it's very cool. But I had to jump through adapters and impedance matching things.
Worry about if something happens to it and just
Yeah.
nerve-wracking on a few levels.
It also doesn't have a mic clip.
Oh, your original one?
Yeah. So this one does, and it goes on a regular mic stand.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of Warm Audio. They're giving you vintage-inspired tone and feel with modern appointments.
Yeah.
Like an XLR cable.
Well, yeah, because I think they, I forgot the name of the old Electro Voice, like the Jim Morrison mic. They also, I believe, do a recreation of that one. But that one, like, same thing where, like, for whatever reason, when they made that microphone, they made it with an adapter that's just nobody ever used ever again.
Yep.
And so it was just one of those things, like, that mic literally went completely to the wayside because nobody could use it anymore. And so, like, being able to offer some of those things for modern day uses is cool. I'm always a big fan of that. I mean, like I said, nothing's ever going to be 100%, but if you can get close and save yourself all the worry and time, like, it's worth it. So.
Oh yeah, this will eventually be coming home with me.
Yeah.
You'll eventually be able to hear this on Maris Mondays.
There you go.
I was gonna get the green bullet, but I think
that one's more the ticket.
It's too cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of that, so that's Warm Audio. We've got microphones from them. We've got pedals from them. look what we have.
We got vanilla.
We got vanilla.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think people would be so damn excited about having French vanilla and regular vanilla
and vanilla bean, mini vanilla
and
bean.
mini vanilla bean.
Yeah.
But we got it. We are now Ibanez Tube Screamer dealers.
Yes.
Well, the whole pedal line.
So everybody who's been asking for 12 years from us to get regular Tube Screamers.
You can get a Tube Screamer.
Yeah.
You can get a Tube Screamer
Turbo.
Deluxe.
There we
Turbo.
go.
You can get a little mini. You can get the Chorus we have in
Yeah.
stock. We have another Tube Screamer. It's the
hand-wired edition.
the hand-wired edition.
Yeah.
We got them all.
Yeah.
And if we don't have it, we can get it for you.
Yeah. So we finally opened that door after all this time.
Yes. And I think, again, something that'll probably end up on one of my boards is the Super Metal. In one of these little mini, that blue one.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good distortion.
Well, and I think they're doing the delay in the mini version now too, and it's like that delay is classic. So yeah, that's one like I've always, especially in that size, I probably will be tempted by that too.
And I was curious about like when the Tube Screamer came out,
Mm-hmm.
and in the thing I learned
Was it the 70s, late 70s?
it's 79, and it was Maxon's answer to the OD1.
Oh, I thought that
So-
was reverse. Okay, I thought that was reverse. Wow.
And so everyone out there who's like, I need the original.
So yeah,
This is like it's like Oreo to Hydrox. You
or
think
Dr. Thunder to Dr. Pepper.
you think
Yeah.
you're getting the original, but
Yeah.
Oreo's the knockoff.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Well, because that's the thing too. If I remember right, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But if I remember right, the whole thing with them transitioning from Maxon to Ibanez initially was due to marketing in the States versus in Asia. And so that was the point. Is basically they made a side company, side name, but it was at the time it was basically the same product, and it was just so that they could sell in the U.S. market. So.
Oh, nice.
And I don't remember, because a lot of the Japanese companies had Spanish names. At the time, obviously it was because they didn't want to necessarily be dismissed by, because everybody was kind of worried about the car industry in the States at the time. So I've always found that part of it interesting about like Ibanez and Fernandez and Alvarez and like a lot of the companies that ended up having those, the Spanish names, but were based out of Japan. Like I always thought that was an interesting throwback.
It's kind of funny that they used Spanish names as street cred.
Well, yeah,
because
I think
the Japanese names they thought those wouldn't be accepted.
Yeah, and at the time, which it makes sense because, like, you had Honda and Toyota and a lot of these car companies that were kind of on the rise, and so U.S. manufacturing, obviously, they felt was a little bit threatened, so it was just easier to kind of go in with a softer landing name. Which it is pretty funny because I'm glad that they didn't go with, like, just some real plain English names. Smith or Robinson or... Yeah.
But yeah, so 79 for these, and as we learned last week on our Getting in Gear at Boss episode.
79, 99 for the full size?
Oh, 1979.
Oh, 79 for the development, sorry.
And the Boss OD1 came out in 78.
Okay, yeah. That is really interesting. I didn't actually realize that little juxtaposition in terms of time. Because you're right, most people still say that the Boss is the derivative one of the other, and it's the other way around.
Yep.
See, that's what I mean. When you know more about Boss gets more interesting.
And they are legitimately the OG.
They are.
There is no...
In almost every conceivable way, yeah.
They didn't make the fuzz face. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But what we know as pedals, they basically developed. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why, especially with Boss, because like I said, I personally was, a kid, same thing. I think all of us at some point, had weird experiences with Boss earlier in our playing career, and you kind of let that taint your perception of them as the years go on. And for me, I'm really glad I got knocked out of that because Boss and the history of Boss is fascinating, and they're not as big and amorphous as some companies can't. If you do a little bit of digging, there's a little more heart there, underneath the surface. So
yeah, they're a lot more boutique and handmade than you would think for a company that sold literally 1 million DS1s.
Well, yeah, I think culturally they just there is something to that about the crafted in Japan. Like, going back to the original style, obviously, I was gonna say there really is something to that. Like they do have a respect for every part of the process when they make things. So,
and the like most boutique-y thing that is coming to mind is they had one person mixing color.
Yeah, and painting almost all of the boxes by hand
For decades.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it was one person painting all that. That's insane.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like that part, when I learned that, like I was kind of blown away by that. So.
And would like hand mix the color.
Yeah, that's why they would do it in runs. So like some of them have just slightly different things, or like they age a little bit differently. Some of those early runs. But yeah, such a cool, like I said, definitely a company that you shouldn't sleep on. Like I know everybody wants to dismiss like the big original 3 sometimes, but you do a little bit of digging with Boss, and like they're a really cool company. So, and again, we were really happy to have them come out for the expo. So
yeah. And so maybe next year at the expo we'll have Warm Audio with us.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have Ibanez come out. And they'll bring some guitars.
Yeah.
And we can have also Warm Audio bring some microphones and Brown with the protein.
maybe a couple amps and some pedals.
Yeah. We're trying some new stuff too. This other camera over here is very red. We are very.
It is a little, yeah. That's all right.
It's like sunburned us and then normal us.
Yeah. It's like this one we need to get a tan. This one we need to like watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying some new things. We did this little hybrid episode of Getting in Gear and the Denver Music Gear podcast.
Yes.
Because we are tired.
Yes, we have ear fatigue.
Yes. So we were looking for a little quiet. That was the other bit
Yeah.
of this. But yeah, we're super stoked to have Warm Audio with us and Brown Amplification and Ibanez finally. So if you need a tube screamer, a literal tube screamer.
Yeah, we can finally say yes. Do you have a tube screamer?
Yes. But we are also happy to share with you all of the tube screamer variants and derivatives.
Because now we have
clones.
12 years of experience offering you alternatives.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And now I feel much better being like, okay, you asked for this thing.
Yeah.
But now I can actually say, this is also a thing to try.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is not
We're
the
out
same
of others.
thing, but
Yes.
they do make a tube screamery thing, don't they? Warm?
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Because Warm is cool because they make things that are out of production, but they also have done a few things that are still in production.
Yeah. Or they're kind of slightly altered takes on things, which is what that is, because that's based on like the regular Blues Breaker Marshall pedal that Marshall used to do.
And technically, you can still get one of, like the original Klons.
Yeah.
About once a year, twice a year-ish.
Yeah. Whenever there's
Whenever Bill needs to help out his friends.
Whenever the stars align in Massachusetts, you can.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna do this thing for the day, and we look forward to the Gear Expo next year.
Yeah, and if there's any
we had
companies,
such a good time that.
Yeah, if there's any companies you really want us to try to get in that that we work with already, or even maybe don't, let us know. Throw those in the comments.
Yeah, because we're always looking to bring new brands on and create new relationships and just build this community up as big and strong as we can.
Yes.
Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it all is about.
Well, yeah, especially now. Like, I think that's gotten drilled home more and more over the last few years of, like, your community and what you put into it are about the only things you can really count on these days. Mm-hmm. So... yeah, so we're definitely trying to improve our little part of it.
Yeah, and so we're doing things like the Sunday Blues Jam over at the Table Public House. We'll do the Denver Music Gear Expo again next year, and hopefully it'll just continue to grow. And we'll be, as I made the little joke earlier, we'll be the MAM, the Mountain Association for Musical Merchants.
There you go, yeah.
Like NAM.
Mamming about. And then you and Ike are going to the Edgewater Festival next Saturday. Is that right?
We will be at the Edgewater Music Fest this Saturday, the 20th, with some of our friends like Shawarma and In Plain Air, and Velvet Daydream will be there.
Nice, very cool.
It used to be a blues fest, and now it's like a local music fest.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like it's kind of mixed genres now, so it's cool.
Yeah, those are all really kick-ass local bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our buddy Will won't be there for Shawarma, but that's okay.
The rest of the Shawarma boys will be there, though.
Yeah. And they're great. Velvet's great. Velvet Daydream's great. In Plain Air is great. There's so many great bands.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll be out there just being a part of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're trying to do all sorts of festivals this year, so maybe we'll see you out there
In the wild.
Come to some local shows, come to the jam. We'll be doing some clinics coming up. We've got a songwriter circle coming up, probably 2 weeks, I think. It might be this Saturday. We are not sure.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, keep posted on Instagram and Facebook for all the happenings, and here on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, where we try to, I think week to week we try to update people. Sometimes it's part of the podcast, sometimes it's part of gig, but yeah, definitely there's a few ways to keep in touch with us right now. So.
Yeah. And so yeah, we want to thank everybody for coming out to the Denver Music Gear Expo this past weekend. It was a blast. We hope to see you again next year. And this has been the Denver Music Gear podcast / Getting in Gear here at Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado.
Yes. I've
been Jacob.
I've been Dylan.
And we'll catch you
on the flip side.
Play us out. Oh gosh, turn up the volume. I was trying to be all slick this time.
Turn up the volume.
Vanilla. Delicious. Vanilla.
Delicious. French vanilla bean.
Hey, Dale.
Hey, Dale.